Errol was just buffed, one of the older champions of this game, and he was kind of underwhelming. I'm pretty sure this is the second rebalance of this champion. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I do believe I've seen his name before here, and whatever they did wasn't enough. So they buffed him again, and what are we going to do? We are going to be building the world's strongest Errol. Hands down, no competition. Let's get it. What up, team? It is MurderInc, back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. We're here on the test server. I'm on my account. We are looking at the brand new Errol. So what's brand new about him that's worth talking about? His A2 Helmbreaker attacks all enemies 2 times, has an extra 30% chance of inflicting a critical hit. Each hit will ignore 15% of the target's defense. So what does that mean? Just scrolling through his kit, 30% extra crit, 30% extra crits. We only need 70% crit rate on this guy, which is going to make whatever build I pick for this guy pump. And you might be thinking, Murder, you don't have the best gear in this game. How could you possibly build the world's strongest Errol? Well, don't I have a surprise for everyone watching here today? We are going to empower this guy if we can find him. I haven't been empowered in a very long time, so let's see how I can make this work. Sort by affinity. Perfect. Where's red? Red's right here. Bam. We're going to power him not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times. So we're starting off with a +4 Errol, giving us 10% crit rate, getting us even closer to that 70% crit rate required by doing nothing. You love to see it. So step 1 of the world's strongest Errol, initiate. Are you sure? Am I sure? What about faction? What about faction guardians? What is Errol? Sacred Order? I have a +4 Abyss, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could have 2 Plarium. Buff her next, please. Make her the meta. I could have 2 plus. Stop giving me a best champions, first of all. Okay, so I'm missing 10% HP, but who cares? Honestly, nobody cares. So we got a +4 Errol, and we are on our way to make the world's strongest Errol. I don't have any blessings. That's the only thing. The only thing. Should I give him Masteries first? No. We'll give him Masteries after. We want to build. Let's give him the Mega Gear, okay? Crit damage with attack in the substat. What do we got? We're looking for double rolls, triple rolls. There's a double roll. We'll try it out for now. We want a triple roll though. We're hunting for a triple. There's another double roll. +7 attack. We take those. Single roll, single roll. Okay, no dice there. Next, we are looking for attack with attack % here. There's a double roll. There's a casual quad speed roll. A triple speed roll. Okay, so I have no attack banners, is what you're telling me. But I have a quad speed roll just sitting here like it's nobody's business. We're not even going to use it. It's just disgusting to look at. No, don't fail at me like this. So, okay, perfect. Max roll, bam. So we're going to use that for more attack for sure. Now, what are we doing? We ignore a lot of defense already, but why not ignore more? Let's go to Savage Gear. Let's get our best gear to make this the best champion ever. Try out this. Try out a little bit of that. What do we got here? Defense. 20 more attack. Yeah, we take those. Rotos. No, that's speed. We don't want speed. Attack and attack. Easy. And we're already crit capped. How we doing? How we doing? So I need a weapon with no crit rate. Okay, so I need one of these. We don't care about speed. Attack %, and crit damage as much as we can possibly get. What's up with all these quad rolls I'm finding? Okay, don't need that. Triple crit damage is not bad, but too much crit rate. Too much. Too much. Still too much, but that's good. Triple crit damage, single attack roll. We don't want that one. Okay, this one's pretty good. Look at this guy's stats. 8,500 attack, and I'm missing 2 pieces already. This is kind of crazy, not gonna lie. So there's one thing I can do if I have a really strong weapon, which this one might be it. Although those gloves aren't empowered, and I think that's why I didn't use them. Might be messing myself up here, but you know what? It's better to check than to be wrong. So we're looking for cruel gear, crit damage, crit rate. It's still too much. So back to the drawing board. We're just going to overcap on the crit. There's nothing we can do about it. Let's hit the old crit damage button here. We got the quad roll crit damage. This guy's looking insane. Okay, so we want as much attack as possible now. And just go ahead and select attack here. Okay, attack crit damage is good. We're looking for double attack, double crit damage, something along those lines. Double attack, single crit damage. Let's try this on for now. Double attack, single crit damage, +1, -67 unglyphed compared to glyphed, I'm pretty sure. We'll try it on for now. I think that is better. Yeah, this one was glyphed. Okay. Too much there. Too much there. Okay, so I think this is it, team. What a monster build. And we still have too much. Let's see if we can make this even better. Like, dare I dive into this? Let's see if we can make this even better. That's not it. That's certainly not it. Why do I have defense? I just don't understand some of these things. And it's looking like it. Speed, attack percent, crit rate, +50, -6, +1 is 56 attack, worth 6 crit damage. That's the question. Let me look at crit damage gloves one final time. Crit damage gloves here. We are going to Savage. I think I rolled well on, yeah, at least one other. So we get 20% more crit damage, but we lose 267. I don't think this is worth it. Although we go directly to 70% crit rate. I mean, I could do the math on this, but I really don't want to. And I cannot get any more attack out of these gloves. So yeah, I'm going to have to say this is not going to be worth it in the end here. So we're going to pass. We're going to equip. We're going to glyph this. 5% is okay. 7% there. Nothing there. 36 is fine. 6%, not that good. 6% again. 38's okay. 8% is fine. And now we go Masteries. So I'm at way over crit rate. So this gives me the opportunity to take 75 attack. This guy's going to be insane. We take this, we do the typical one-shot builderoni. We go down the defensive tree, a little bit of survivability, even though this guy's gonna fall over like a glass cannon, and final 100,731 power from this guy alone. Can I ascend this? No, just one time. It's not even worth it. Okay. Time to look at the total stats here. 9,557 attack, 325 crit damage, 82% crit rate, way too much. I wish I had better optimized gear for a champion that only needed 70% crit rate, but we work with what we have in 147 speed, which is good for a meta like we're currently experiencing now. So what's the first thing we're going to do? Head straight into the arena, refresh the list. Let's look for some people to beat up. Who are we going to beat up first? I say Yeah, let's see how we do against. The only issue with Errol that you can clearly see is Duchess is everywhere, like quite literally everywhere. So, with that being the fact, his weak affinity against green, that's quite obvious here. Do I use Georgid? No. We are going to use Baron. Actually, is my Baron even geared? No, we took Baron's gear off. Perfect. So Baron's gear's off. We're using this guy. 28% attack in all battles. We take those every day. And then we just have to figure out who we're using in this last slot. I see a Rotos here, so what is that telling me? Ultimate Death Knight. I kind of just want to see this battle play out with no interference, so let's just see. Warlord's going to be stupid, isn't he? And he's going to use, yeah, of course he uses that first. All right, you know what? Let's just see how this goes. Wow. So Necrit just got mollywopped. Absolutely mollywopped. We didn't do much to anyone else, which is to be expected, but that was something. I mean, this guy pumps. And we got the fear, whatever. I'm just here to watch this guy in action. That's all I want. Okay, cooldowns. That's the good stuff for sure. Hopefully we don't get feared here so we can see some stuff. Did we get feared? We did get feared, of course. Only because I'm recording, we get that low chance of getting feared. What's going to happen next? Is it the AoE and Nuke's turn one more time? If it is, they're in trouble, that's for sure. He does have decreased attack, so that'll be interesting to see how that plays out. I'm also not running a turn meter booster with a very, very slow... Okay, that did some damage. Completely destroyed Necrit. Didn't quite kill Rotos, that is quite unfortunate, but Necrit is back up. He's going to protect somebody. Who's it going to be? More importantly, who is... Wow, that's a lot of extra turns. Negation. Of course, they use it on the one champion that it does nothing to, Rotos. But, like I said when I started this, we're just going to let this go with the flow and see what happens here. Definitely should have built him faster or brought someone that wasn't Duchess to this team here because we're taking no damage and I'm pretty much only counting on the world's strongest Errol to put in some work here. So turn meter booster would have made this 1,000 times faster. Pretty sure the next AoE is just going to completely destroy both of these champions here, but we shall see for sure. Yeah, easy. I mean, that took forever, 2 minutes and 28 seconds, but easy. We're just going to say how it is. Now, let's try and fight a top arena player in the world. Smiley. Content creator, you guys know him. I certainly know him. Fantastic player. Scary champions. Great gear. How are we going to do against this team? This could be a little bit scary because once again we're facing a Mortu Macabre who can just peril us to death, which we don't want. He's also strong affinity against both of our champions, but I don't care. We're just going to full send and see how much damage we can do. So when we have one stone skin, of course it's on the most threatening champion that it could possibly be on. There's a counterattack. There is the peril, instantaneous right off the bat. And it looks like we are getting absolutely owned here. There's Helm Smasher, didn't kill anybody. You hate to see it, you really do. So now my champions are dead. We've got Block Revive on. We used Negation on the one champion we shouldn't have used it on, and it's just GG. Okay, so this was a terrible team to bring against Smiley. So unfortunately, against teams with green affinity champions, you're not going to have a good time. But if you're not facing champions like Smiley, who are among the top arena players in the world, then you're going to clean house. I like Roto's teams a lot, kind of because he makes the most sense against champions like Rotos, but let's just go ahead, play around with this, and see how we can do. We do have the new Sylvan Watcher. Ooh, double Stone Skin. So this team definitely isn't good against Stone Skin. Or we can just completely clap the non-Stone Skin champion there. You'll love to see it. Now that the revive's down, let's see what happens here. Errol is slow, but we have a turn meter this time, so we're going to be getting turns more often, as we can see here. There's negation. Couldn't quite kill Ultimate Death Knight from that negation here, but we're still pumping. Now, if you're curious about like certain multipliers for this guy, Errol isn't the hardest hitting champion in the game. He's not. Baron hits harder, Georgid hits harder. Those champions are going to be crazy hard to overcome and overtake unless they add someone in the game that's just insane. But he's probably just a step below both of those guys. Now, one thing to keep in mind that I've already showcased quite in detail here is going to be he has a weak affinity. He's not void, so that kind of takes a lot more away from this champion for sure. But as I was explaining, he's easier to build, only needing a 70% crit rate, which means you can build him to hit much harder than you can your other champions. And if you're not in the high reaches of platinum, you'll have pretty much no problem just destroying everyone in your way here. And we can run against a team like this. I don't even think I need Warlord for this, but I'll take him. I'll take him anyways. So here we have the new Fusion duo here. They have increased res on them. That was a counterattack, by the way. Now we're going to AoE, I believe. We're going to strip the buffs. Very good, very good. Okay, stolen buff, extra turn, damage. Now we do have a weak affinity champion left, which, as mentioned, is going to be Errol's weak point for sure. But this is probably what you would expect when you went into... This would be... I don't know, for like a casual player, this could look like one of the harder matches you'll ever find, and even then it wasn't a problem if you have Errol. Granted, mine is +4, but the team I'm facing here by YST Verse is pretty well equipped to counter what I'm using to attack, and Errol just went a step up because of his kit, taking buffs. I mean, he has so much going for him. The only thing that would make him, I guess, insane would be Void Affinity. If he was Void Affinity, he would slowly work his way, very slowly by the way, into the meta here. Let's go ahead and refresh, find one more battle before we conclude our... You know what, let's fight my other clanmate Rats here, see what he has up his sleeve and going on. I don't think we have to worry too much about not going first here, but we will take it off auto so Warlord doesn't do his stupid thing, which he would do if I didn't do this, where he likes to use his A2 for no apparent reason. So we got that going on. We didn't quite kill anyone with the AoE, but Errol didn't have attack up. You hate to see it, but he did not have attack up. That is the one annoying part of Yuko. He can be pretty bad with that. So attack up is back on the menu here. Ultimate Death Knight doing absolute work here. We got the heal from Warlord. Let's see what Errol's next move is going to be. Stolen, extra attack, moving on to Necrit. This is just going to be one of those GG easy matches here. Taking a bit long, but what do you expect? Using one damage dealer, and the meta is normally using double damage dealers for sure. That AoE not doing too much against Necrit. He did have Strengthen on, so Steel buff, listen, you love to see it. He's going to be so good. If you have this guy and you've been waiting, he's been in your vault, it's time to get this guy out of there because he pumps beyond belief. And this is just arena. Wave clearing, boss damage. You would of course want to run War Master instead of the full nuke build, unless you're focused on one-shotting waves, but there's so much potential for this new Errol. I'm so excited to test them out once this comes live to the servers, and I'm excited to see what you guys have to do. So let's have it in the comments. Who here has Errol? Who has been so disappointed with Errol? And who is finally excited to get this guy, dust him off, and start using him as I just showed you him here today? As always, if you want to help support the channel, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next upload.